Alright, good morning video producers. I'm going to go over some stuff with Flash. You can find Flash in the lower left hand corner down here, and if you type Flash, it'll come up right here. Now your first screen is going to look something similar to this. And what you want to do is click on Action Script 3.0, and this is going to be the first thing that you do. Alright, in Flash, we have kind of three main areas. We have the stage area, we have a timeline area, just like in After Effects, and then over off to the right we have tools, library, and properties. Okay, so tools are right here, and then our libraries and properties. What we're going to go over today is how to make a head and how to create a symbol. So I'm going to click on this rectangle tool all the way on the right side, click and hold. I'm going to find the oval tool. Now you could also draw your own head, but I'm going to make an oval for my head and then kind of modify it and do some other things to it. You could use the pencil tool to draw it, or you can use the brush tool to draw it. Both are good options. One thing with the pencil tool, you'll want to make sure that if you click on the pencil tool, here, that you go down to the bottom here and you go to pencil mode. Usually it wants to straighten the lines and you'll want them to be smooth. So make sure that you click that if you're going to use the pencil tool. Alright, I got my oval tool. I'm going to choose the fill color. This is going to be kind of the skin of the face. Let's see. That looks like a fine color. Maybe. Yeah, it's better. Okay, and then the outline color, I'm going to just choose a regular black. Okay, and drag out a nice oval. Okay, now I'm going to use my brush tool here, and this uses the fill color, so I'm going to use my black here, and I'm going to do a line outside the oval for the hair and a line inside the oval for the hair. Okay, so here we go. And then I'm going to start down here, and I'm just going to kind of do some spikes here, going around. And the way the hair works is that you kind of have an outside hair shape and an inside, kind of like your bangs and stuff like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and fill this up with a color. I'm going to just use black, and I'm going to use this paint bucket tool here. Fill that with black, fill it. Fill it. Now sometimes what happens is you'll have a gap. Okay, so I'm going to just erase something like that, and now I'm going to fill it. And you'll need to change your gap options here. So down at the bottom of the tools area, right here, you have gap size. Usually I like to have it at medium gaps. In this case I don't have any gaps because I did a pretty good job drawing it. But usually you'll want to have like closed medium gaps right here. And then I'm going to fill it in. Okay. Now I'm going to do a nose. Just a nose on this. Because I'm going to do, well, you could do the eyes too, I suppose. So I'm going to do a nose like that. And for the eyes, I like to use ovals again. I'm going to zoom in here by clicking on this drop-down menu. Okay, hold spacebar, get the hand tool out, and move it over so I have some room to make some eyes. And I'm going to make the fill color white, outline color black, and I'm going to do a circle for the white part. And then I'm going to select null for the fill color, and let's give him some nice baby blues here. Okay, blue, and then I'm going to do black inside of that, and then I'm going to do a white one. It's like a highlight spot. Okay, there's a nice eye, and I can even use a selection tool here, kind of move it down so it's maybe a little bit different. Okay? So I'm going to take this eye that I just made using the oval tool, and I'm going to put it on the face. That's actually a pretty good size. Now I've got one eye. If I do Control C and Control V on the keyboard, I can paste another eye and move it onto the face. Alright, this looks pretty good. And now I'm going to create a symbol out of this head. And what that's going to do, a symbol sits in the library, and I can use it whenever I want by just like dragging it out. So it's a great way to kind of save a complicated drawing. So I'm going to use the selection tool, or I can use the free transform tool. You know what? I'm going to use the free transform tool this time. And I click and drag, highlighting the whole thing. Now with the free transform tool, this guy, I can make things bigger and smaller. I'm going to make them a little bit bigger. That's a good size. And then right click on the highlighted area, go all the way down to convert to symbol, and I'm going to call this head. I don't need all these advanced options here, and I just want to save it as a graphic type here. Okay, and OK. And there we go. That's how you create a head and convert it into a symbol. That's the first step to making your animation.